This video app review is brought to you by the iPhoneAppReview.com.
What's up, everybody? This is Luke Patrick with the iPhoneAppReview.com. We're slinging out yet another video review today, this time taking a look at a slightly different app review than we usually do. We're looking at three apps at once because they're so integrated and so tightly related. But all three of these apps come from the developer XIMAD is how it's spelled. I think it's Ximad, or it could be Zimad, or however you want to pronounce it, but either way, their apps are fantastic, and the three that we're looking at today are Christmas applications. These are ebooks available for the iPad. And that's pretty much the only introduction that these need. It's worth noting right off the bat that, the two on the left here, before the night before Christmas, 'twas the night before Christmas HD, I suppose is the name of it. 'Twas the night before Christmas HD, that's a mouthful. Then you've got 12 days before Christmas HD as well. And in addition, you've got the Nutcracker. The two on the left are clocking in at $1.99 in the App Store, while the one on the right is free, though ad supported. So if you're looking for holiday reading, this is a great place to start. And we'll be frank about this, we've seen quite a few ebooks in our day here at the iPhoneAppReview.com, but we're absolutely floored with each of these in terms of what they're offering, especially in the sense of artwork and engaging material. So with that in mind, we're going to go ahead and jump into one of these classics, and we'll show you all three in just a second, but before we do that, let's go ahead and do 'Twas the Night Before Christmas HD. And this is in portrait mode, so I will swap the camera to thus. There you go. Okay, so essentially this app functions in the same way that you'd expect, say, any of these ebooks to work, in the sense of you can scroll through to get the pages, and we'll talk about that animated element in just a bit. So that's nothing new as far as turning pages goes. It's the same kind of basic touch functionality that we've seen anywhere else. But what we're really floored with as far as these apps are concerned is the quality of animation, as well as the interactive elements that are included. We always like to see these in these apps, and they're pretty much essential to a quality offering. So here's the main title screen, so we're going to go ahead and just show you that you can tilt this baby however you want, and things will interact. So there's number one, something to keep your child interested with. Likewise, you can scroll through the rest of these and tap at will, fling anything that you want. Basically, if there's an element on screen, you're free to mangle it however you so wish. So we're going to go ahead and go one more over, just to show you a little bit more of that. You can see the stockings. I can fling about in a physics-related way as much as I want. And the mouse, too, I can even move. And, of course, the text itself is the classic, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, and nothing has changed there, which is good. This is unabridged, which means you get all of the same classic reading, although just on a slightly different, vehicle, this being the iPad, as opposed to a hardcover book or, anything like that. So this quality and animation artwork continues throughout the rest of this book, and the others as well, but it's absolutely fantastic what you can pull and yank around. Obviously this is good for small children, they'll enjoy it a lot. So in that sense, we're absolutely floored with that, and not to mention the fact that the artwork itself is just extremely well done. We see a lot of these apps, and sometimes they're kind of amateurish. This is so far from that. It's really quite a stupendous offering. We're going to go ahead and show you another one of the books here. We're going to go to the 12 Days Before Christmas HD, and here's the last screen. As you can see, illustrations by Svetlana Hyoleva. Pardon my pronunciation there, I hope that's close. It's kind of hard, Western accent, man. Alright, so here's the main title screen, and again, we really favored this one over any of the others, which is saying a lot in terms of artwork. We loved the intricacy here and the just sheer quality in what's being offered. And of course, it's the same mechanic across all three books as far as turning the pages. This one had quite a few more interactive elements, which again is saying quite a lot. But again, we also like the textures, and the artwork itself is incredible. And all of these apps feature this little Pages tab along the bottom. And the only complaint we have with the app is the fact that to get at this, we tried dragging it up, and it doesn't really work unless you go all the way up with it and hope it sticks. We found the easiest way to actually get to it is to tap, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So that's pretty much our only complaint with the whole suite, is that this little Pages tab is not the best that it could be, at least in our opinion. I will show you the top of the screen there. I'm trying to get as much of this as I can in the camera, but there's also a tab along the top here for music, as you can see. And if you tap this, of course, my sound is off, but you will get the classic 12 Days Before Christmas. We're going to go ahead and turn that off because it's easier to hear me. But this is in all three of them. You have, a classic holiday song in the last one, and of course the Nutcracker in the Nutcracker. and you can go along and continue to read the pages at will. And of course, you get the full 12 days of Christmas with beautiful illustrations the entire time. And again, the last two that I've just showed you are available for $1.99 in the App Store, which is quite the bargain considering, a hardcover book will typically run you, say, about, I don't know, $15 or up for this kind of material. So that's quite an offering, and especially since this is on the iPad, you can take this with you on the holidays. You can, do it in the car. You can even just sit on the couch with your kid and, mess around with this, which is nice. It's a great opportunity to read with your kids, which is really the entire point of all of these. To be fair, that is kind of the idea is that you'll sit down with your child and read through this. With that in mind, there is no text-to-speech functionality in terms of the app reading itself to you, which is a bit of a drag for some, but again, kind of encourages you to actually sit with your child and read through it, and if you're there, obviously you can read to them, which is good. Nutcracker's a little bit wordier than the others, but again, the illustrations carry over. The quality, that is, in illustration is top-notch like the rest of them. And this one happens to be free. As you can see, there's little ads along the bottom, and you can buy a non-ad version, but it's not really that big of a pain. It's just that tiny little banner ad. And if you want to give one of these apps a go, go ahead and download the Nutcracker for free. This one does have a few other interactive elements that are more game style, actually, which is nice. This one's actually a typical kind of a woodblock puzzle that you can go through. So it's just the tiny things like this that add up to a phenomenal experience reading on your iPad, which is something that we wish we could say more, actually. Phenomenal reading on the iPad. We don't get to say it too often, and we have to admit, Eximod or Zimod, or however you want to pronounce it, has done a brilliant job with these. We're absolutely floored with what they've concocted, and especially since it's the holiday season, this would make a great gift with all of the interactive elements in the games. It'd be an excellent little tool to keep your child engaged and also just to connect with your kid this holiday season. And of course, as we mentioned, the price is right as far as we're concerned. $2 for this kind of quality is absolutely fantastic, especially considering the actual book will cost you a lot more. And we do really like the games that are in this one quite a bit too. It helps to sort of take a bit of the boredom out of the Nutcracker. In our experience, kids kind of get tired of it pretty quick, so that's nice. We really appreciate that. Overall, top-notch quality, amazing production, and the artwork is absolutely fantastic. So for the whole suite, we are going to give the entire suite a rating. We're going to give it a solid 4 out of 5 stars, as well as a recommendation if you're looking for any kind of holiday reading experience on your iPad. This is the last word. We're absolutely amazed with what's here, and we fully think it deserves a 4 out of 5 star rating. So that's pretty much all we have to say about it. I've been Luke Patrick reviewing for the iPhoneAppReview.com, and I just want to thank you guys for tuning in. As always, you can check out the other YouTube videos that are on our channel, or feel free to go to the iPhoneAppReview.com for heaps of our written content as well. We're posting new pieces to both places with some frequency, so check back often. In the meantime, we're going to be signing out, so we'll check you guys later. Bye.